Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to part 2 of my Disney Infinity unboxing video. If you haven't, go ahead and click the link on the screen to check out part 1. And otherwise, just enjoy the video. Now, through all the original trilogy characters, I guess I'm done. But you be wrong, bitch. They actually made some episode 7 characters before the line was canceled. So that's really cool. I got here Poe Dameron. Let's go ahead and open him up. Wow. So for those of you who don't know, Poe Dameron was one of the characters from episode 7, The Force Awakens. He was with the rebellion. He is the one who Finn helps to escape. And let's take a look at his figure. So this figure is actually wearing his Rebel Alliance, or rather the Resistance, but whatever. It's the rebellion. It'll always be the rebellion. He's wearing his fighter X-wing suit, and he's got his helmet here. I don't believe the helmet can be put on his head, but that would have been cool. Again, there's a lot of detail to this one. It's like, wow. He's even got his helmet here with the rebellion insignia on it. And one thing I don't like about this figure is that the hand he's holding the helmet in is kind of loose. It's like I fear that this may break off if the toy, if one of my cats knocks it off the shelf or it suffers a hard fall. So I'm gonna have to be careful with Poe Dameron, and it's probably gonna be an issue if you're out looking for these guys used at flea markets and stuff. You're gonna want to make sure that he's still holding his helmet and his blaster, but that's the risky run with these kind of toys. On the back here, you can see that he's got the straps for his wingsuit and the vest. Well, otherwise, pretty cool toy. I'm hoping that I went ahead and grabbed this Poe because I'm hoping he has a bigger role in episode 8 and 9, because as it is, Poe just sort of shows up, and then he's gone for almost all the rest of the movie. And at the end of the movie, spoiler alerts, he says, oh, like, I didn't die. I'm here. So, still in the movie. It was kind of disappointing, but, since Poe is still alive, he may have a bigger role in future movies, so I decided to pick this figure up. I mean, who knows? And, we don't know what's going to happen. It may turn out that Poe is actually, Commander Snoke, whatever the hell his name was. Or that he's, actually 3 Jawas in a trench coat. We don't know. And finally, as far as Star Wars guys go, we have this, another 2-pack. Again, it was $6, so I got this little play set inside for free. And it's Finn and Rey, also from episode 7. So let's take a look at them. Alright, got another one of these. Another playset here. This playset is just called The Force Awakens. So, we'll check that out once I have the game set up to record and everything. Let's take a look at these guys. So let's bring these back. Take a look at these. First up, we got the traitor himself. We got Finn. Can I remember his code name? His original code name? FN217, I think? Yeah. You know, he was Finn's originally a stormtrooper who turned against the Empire. Joined the good guys. So, you know, it's a cool character to have. I like Finn. One of the few black people in the Star Wars universe. He's got his gun, and he's got his jacket that Poe Dameron that I showed you a minute ago gave to him. But you know all this if you watched the movie. So if you haven't watched the movie, go watch the damn movie. It's pretty good. You're not gonna know what's going on when episode 8 comes out. So he's got some details on him right here. You can see he's got a little sad face on him. I won't kill for them anymore. We need to get as far away from the First Order as possible. You know, like I said with Poe Dameron, I'm interested to see where Finn's character leads. We don't know for sure because only one of the trilogy is out. Hopefully he has a bigger role in the other movies. This figure may take a more prominent stance in my collection if, you know, Finn ends up being the one who blasts Kylo Ren in the face with his gun. So that's Finn. Pretty cool. And then here we got new Miss Jedi herself, Rey. Was that her name? Yeah, Rey. I forgot for a minute. You know, new movies. So this Rey figure is pretty cool. She's got her little combat stick thing. She probably pieced together from garbage on that desert planet she was on. And, you know, she doesn't have her lightsaber from the end of the movie, though. Or I guess it would be Anakin's lightsaber. I'm sure if the Disney Infinity line had continued, they would have made more versions of Rey, one with a lightsaber, probably in the Jedi robes, or whatever's going to happen in Episode 8. Because, again, filming this before Episode 8 is out, if you're watching this in the future, then you'll be able to make fun of me for how wrong I am about all this stuff. But, you know, she's probably going to have a bigger role in Episode 8. She'll be trained by Luke in the ways of the Force. One of the few female characters from this line. You know, Star Wars fails the Bechdel test or whatever it's called, but it would have been cool to have a couple more. I think there is one other female figure from the Rebels cartoon. So, yeah. I believe, for now, that's it on the Star Wars, guys. Hey guys, what's up? I have an edit to this video. I was out today and I decided to go ahead and pick up this Kylo Ren, who is also on clearance, meaning that I almost have every Star Wars figure that they put out, since they've clearanced these all out. I didn't really much care for Kylo Ren, to be honest. I felt like he wasn't a very intimidating villain. I think that's part of the point of the character. He's supposed to be new to the dark side. So as he is, I feel like he wasn't a very strong or imposing villain. But I feel like with some of the decisions he's made in at least Episode 7, he may become more of a threat in future movies. So who knows, I may end up loving the character by the end. In my mind, Star Wars always worked best as a trilogy. And, you know, I'm too young to have experienced watching each movie individually and watching the story unfold back in the 70s and 80s. So this is new territory for me. To see a character be introduced and have to wait to find out where their story goes and what happens to these characters. You know, it's a little annoying, but it's also a little fun. So let's go ahead and open these up and pull him out of here. Alright, so Kylo Ren, he's got the flowing cape here. He's got his twisty lightsaber. Wow, the toy actually looks a lot more intimidating and scary than the character does in the movie. I mean, when you look at this character like this with the cloak, he looks like death. He looks like a Sith Lord, but in the movie, you know, we know he's just some doofy looking kid trying to be Darth Vader. But anyway, as I was saying about his twisty lightsaber, if you guys want to hear the story, and you probably do since you clicked this video, the reason why his lightsaber has a hilt and the weird twisty flamey blade is because his red crystal is damaged or cracked somehow, and so he needs all these vents on his lightsaber to let off the excess energy that's not being channeled properly in his broken, cracked crystal. And the theory right now is that it is Darth Vader's crystal that he found at Darth Vader's burial site in Pyre Fire on Endor. You know, if that turns out to be true, you guys owe me $5. But either way, this is a cool figure. Like I said, wow, he looks way more badass as a toy than he does in the movie. So we'll see where Kylo Ren's story goes. Maybe someday he'll go from what he was in Episode 7 to being like this toy. So that's it for the Star Wars guys. Like I said, if I get more, if I am able to scrape up any more money, and you know, go get those last 2 Star Wars guys that I need, I'll make a video about those. I'll get I still need a Darth Maul, and I still need another Obi-Wan. So, well guys, you know what? I tried to see if I could fit all my Star Wars guys into one shot, and it was difficult. But I think I almost did it. Everybody but, no, you could just kind of barely see Obi-Wan back here in the corner. But that's almost all of them. Like I said, I almost have every single Star Wars figure from this series before it was unfortunately canceled. I keep forgetting that not only do I need a Darth Maul, I also need an Anakin. But, you know, I have a Darth Vader, so it's going to be a little while before I find an Anakin. But unfortunately, there's so many characters from Star Wars that will never be made into figures now, and that kind of makes me sad. I mean, there's no Palpatine here. There's no Stormtrooper. And above all, the biggest offense of all, there's no Lando. And it's like, you racists. I'm sure Lando would have been in a future series if the series had not been canceled. So, for what it's worth, you know, we got a good, decent spread of characters here. We got characters from both the prequels and the Ridge Tridge, and then we got the new generation of characters. So, you know, if the series hadn't been canceled, I probably wouldn't have never been able to afford these. So it's kind of a double-edged sword, you know. These are really cool, but knowing that they'll never make any more is kind of sad. But anyway, you know, thanks for letting me share this. Let me share this with you. I should have some video game reviews coming out soon. I think that's it. I'll see you guys pretty soon. Alright guys, that concludes the Star Wars part of my Disney Infinity unboxing. But if you like the first 2 parts of this video, go ahead and click the link on the screen right now to check out part 3, where I look at the Marvel Disney Infinity figures. So I'll see you there.